I've got a list. These are the challenges that drive me crazy, and this was a very easy list to make. Work, kids, health, work, kids, parents. Ah! What would our lives be like if we didn't have those challenges? Do you ever like to fantasize about that? I do. Like with diabetes, sometimes I just want to pretend it's not there. Hello, I'm Maggie Huntz, and I left life in corporate America to live my dreams as a stand-up comic, singer, and national speaker and author on living well and happy with diabetes. I got type 1 diabetes at 27, and I've had it for 27 years. Okay, I'll save you the strain. If you're doing the math, I'm 54. You're supposed to say, no way. No way. Oh, I love you. In the 11 years that I've been wearing a pump, I have never once had another bring a plane down, lose consciousness low again. Not even close. Thank you.
Maggie was great. It was inspirational, and I appreciate it because anything we can do to motivate people is great.
What do you think every audience really wants to know about the insulin pump, but they're too embarrassed to ask?
There you go! I knew the woman with diabetes would be brave enough to say it. It's usually a woman who says, how do you have sex?
How do you have sex? Any suggestions?
Bingo! No room has ever gotten it that fast. Yay, nurses! What kind of sex do you want to
have? What kind of sex do you want to have? If you want to have the short, lovely sort of sex, you just disconnect, set it on the nightstand, have a great time. But if you want to have the long, luscious, last for hours, wake up, go at it again sort of sex, then you just order the pump with the really long tubing. With the really long tubing. And sometimes if my husband rolls over on it, I'm like, honey, get out of the way. It doesn't hurt anything. Because I don't know about you, but I'm a lot more fun when I feel good. I kept thinking, it's no big deal. What's a little high? What's a little low? And then you see the difference that it makes to our families. It was nothing. It was absolutely nothing. And here, I'll share my mother, Marcia Goodman, again. I'll give you a little Jewish mother-ism about fear. She says, you know, it's not the things you worry about that get you. It's the things you don't know are coming that pack the biggest wallop. What do you know? The older she gets, the wiser she becomes. And the nurses and the educators are angels on earth. So she comes to my house, and she sits down at my dining room table, and she reaches into her shirt, and between her breasts, she grabs an insulin pump and pulls it out. I thought, well, this is going to be an interesting sales call. And she says, you know, most women can hide the pump in their bra. And I said, okay, now up here, you didn't even see what I did. You just knew what was happening. It's not hard to do whatever we're supposed to do for a day or for a week, but it's day in and day out that gets tricky. And you know that with whatever you're dealing with, whether you're dealing with diabetes or not. So that's why it's great to get together and remember that you're not alone and that you can feel better and that happy days are here again. The skies above are clear again. Because basically I'm saying you have to take care of yourself. You have to test your sugar. You do this and do that so you can feel great, so that people know they can feel great. Because sometimes we forget Because we listen to the naysayers, just like Sean was telling us.
Do you ever feel like me? I'm in the mood for food.
It's not impossible to walk past the bakery. It's not impossible to have one instead of three.
Who takes care of you? You? I bet not quite as well as you take care of everybody else. How many people take better care of other people than they do themselves? That's right, let's be honest. I do not make good nutritional decisions when I am starving. We know to exercise. We know to eat well. And so, I mean, especially with nurses. Oh my goodness, you have certification to prove you know that. But here's the thing. Knowing does not make a difference. We wouldn't have an obesity issue in our country because people know to do that. We know we're not supposed to eat food that was passed to us through a car window. We know to exercise. I know for me, if I'm working at home, I want to count as aerobic exercise when I go from my office computer to the refrigerator.
So at work, everybody does periodic exercise, like you ring a bell, and then everybody stands up and does a little exercise. What a great idea. This is very good.
Nothing's worrying me. Thank you for letting me share my passion. If you've got a meeting or an event that you'd like my help with, it would be an honor. Thank you.